Throughout history, people have been left scratching their heads in confusion trying to figure out what happened to these civilizations that seem to just appear out of thin air and then vanish without a trace. But now, armed with the latest theories and evidence, it's time to put on our detective hats and solve this age-old mystery. Where's this mysterious civilization? Why did they really disappear? Let's go to the bottom of this and make sure it doesn't happen to us. When the Spanish explorers arrived at what seemed to be a ruined city, they decided to ask a local native what the place was called. The native, not understanding the explorer's question, replied Tiwanaku, which in the Aymara language translates to dry river bank. The Spaniards then assumed that it was the name of the place and the misunderstanding was born. Little did they know that this ancient city was actually a lot older than they thought, with an estimated age of 25 centuries. It was even older than the Inca Empire and is considered the mother of other Andean civilizations. The exact origin of the kingdom is still a mystery, but the most accepted theory is that it started out as a small fishing village on Lake Titicaca. What's even more impressive is that all the ruins cover an area of more than 600,000 square kilometers, which is the equivalent of countries like Ukraine or Madagascar. Talk about a giant footprint. The Tiwanakotans, or familiarly called Panacotan civilizations, had all the makings of a great empire, amazing agricultural techniques, a balanced diet, and a fascination with metallurgy and astronomy. Their most impressive feat was the creation of the incredible pyramid of Akapana, which soars 18 meters into the sky and had an awe-inspiring base perimeter of 800 meters. The pyramid was dedicated to the gods and even housed a semi-subterranean temple and an astronomical observatory that was perfectly aligned with the 4 cardinal points. Talk about impressive! Okay guys, before to continue the video, I prefer to tell you that lot of names of people and cities are pretty complicated to tell, and I will spare you that. So at each time you will have a robotic voice to tell you the complicated ones. Hopefully, it will be better for both of us.
The mysterious temple of Kalasasaya.
Our temple of standing stones has been perplexing visitors for centuries. It is incredible that the people of
Tiahuanaco
were able to use the sun and shadows of the pillars to tell the time and season. Truly an impressive feat. But what's even more impressive is the modern drainage system used to keep the area dry and irrigate the fields with the same water. It is almost like a miracle. However, the most amazing thing about
Tiahuanaco
is its sudden disappearance. One day, it was bursting with life and the next day, it was abandoned, with some monuments still incomplete. What happened to its inhabitants remains a mystery to this day. To get a better idea, Cahokia, or Tapioca for friends, is the largest archaeological site associated with the Mississippian culture in eastern North America. An advanced society developed there, named for a sub-tribe of the powerful Illinois Confederacy that arrived in the area around 1600. Cahokia means white jays. The civilization was located near Collinsville, Illinois, at the confluence of 3 great rivers, the Mississippi, Missouri, and Illinois, which form a fertile plain. The city flourished between the years 1050 and 1200. It is estimated that between 10,000 and 20,000 people lived in an area of about 15 square kilometers, making it the largest urban center north of the great Mesoamerican cities of Mexico. However, the explorer Hernando de Soto, who discovered the area in 1539, found very few artifacts of this culture, suggesting that it had almost completely disappeared before contact with Europeans. During his exploration, he found that Cahokia had very sophisticated architectural and agricultural complexes, and to this day, archaeologists cannot explain why its inhabitants abandoned the city. It is believed that they did so because of drought and social unrest, but there is no hard evidence to confirm what caused the culture to disappear. The inhabitants left no written records and the original name of the city is unknown. Since 1925, Cahokia has been protected as an Illinois State Historic Site, and in 1982, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site because of its importance to the study of early American history. Do not be impressed, remember that the UNESCO declared the North Pas-de-Calais mining basin as a World Heritage, still trying to figure out what is the World Heritage there. Machu Picchu, the ancient Inca citadel located in the rock terrain of Peru, is an enigma that has puzzled historians, archaeologists and travelers since its discovery. Translated from the Quechua language, its name literally means old mountain. But what is truly remarkable is the effort, ingenuity and skill of the Inca in carving out this citadel, from the hard granite rock in the midst of thick semi-tropical vegetation. To give credit where credit is due, it was a humble farmer who actually led Hiram Bingham to the valley of the Inca ruins in 1911, and several families were already living and farming nearby. However, it was Hiram Bingham who brought Machu Picchu to the world's attention. Another mystery surrounding Machu Picchu is its age. An investigation based on a carbon-14 test suggests that it was constructed in the year 1450, during the reign of the Inca Pachacutec. But there is also the possibility that it was already a ghost town during the Spanish colonization of Peru. Archaeologists have estimated that about 60% of the city is still buried underground, and much of the stonework is so precise and detailed that even with the most modern and powerful tools, it would be impossible to emulate the incredible stone carving. Yeah, for sure, we can build places, entire new cities as Dubai, with the tallest building of the world for almost 800 meters, but journalists want to make us believe that it will be impossible for us to cut a stone. Whatever. The city of Machu Picchu was occupied for about a century from its construction until it was gradually abandoned in 1535, at a time when the Inca Empire was facing significant changes. What is strange is that it was abandoned unfinished, and during excavation, temples and unfinished buildings were found. Finally, due to the lack of communication between the Inca city and Cusco, the settlers decided to abandon Machu Picchu and the dense vegetation that infested the place. For years, the mysterious Mesoamerican civilization of the Mayans had captivated the minds of historians and archaeologists alike. With their iconic glyphic writing, art, architecture and astronomy, the Mayans had established a vast and influential empire that spanned from southeastern Mexico to western Honduras and El Salvador. Despite the inhospitable desert environment in which the Mayans resided, they managed to create an intricate system of canals, reservoirs and other water storage mechanisms in order to sustain their livelihood. Unfortunately, recent studies have attributed the disappearance of the Mayan culture to three prolonged droughts that accelerated its decline. Scientists have even identified telltale signs of this environmental disaster in the sediments of the Cariaco Rift in northern Venezuela. Furthermore, some researchers believe that the Mayas' destruction of their natural environment, combined with the drought, greatly hindered their ability to obtain food, leading to their ultimate demise, while some still remain, the majority of the Mayan population has dwindled, leaving the cause of their demise a mystery to this day. Well, it's hard to say for sure, but some people believe that the Mayans had contact with an alien civilization and that the Pleiades may have played a role in the development of humanity. It may sound far-fetched, but the book Ancient Aliens in Australia certainly makes us an intriguing case for the theory. Some believe that the Australian Aborigines are actually the missing link and that their mythology points to them having descended from the stars. While this may seem like a fantastical idea, it is certainly one that's worth exploring further. Who knows, maybe there is some truth to the idea that aliens have impacted our evolution. I hope that you enjoyed this video, find me every day on my walls and see you next week for another long video.